It's Friday. Jesus is praying. Peter's sleeping. Judas is betraying. But Sunday's coming. It's Friday. Pilate's struggling. The council is conspiring. The crowd is vilifying. They don't even know that Sunday's coming. It's Friday. The disciples are running like sheep without a shepherd. Mary's crying. Peter is denying. But they don't know that Sundays are coming. It's Friday. The Romans beat my Jesus. They robe him in scarlet. They crown him with thorns. But they don't know that Sunday's coming. It's Friday. See Jesus walking to Calvary. His blood dripping. His body stumbling. And his spirit's burdened. But you see, it's only Friday. Sunday's coming. It's Friday. The world's winning. People are sinning. And evil's grinning. It's Friday. The soldiers nailed my Savior's hands to the cross. They nailed my Savior's feet to the cross. And then they raised him up next to criminals. It's Friday. But let me tell you something. Sunday's coming. It's Friday. The disciples are questioning what has happened to their king. And the Pharisees are celebrating that their scheming has been achieved. But they don't know it's only Friday. Sunday's coming. It's Friday. He's hanging on the cross, feeling forsaken by his Father, left alone and dying. Can nobody save him? Oh, it's Friday, but Sunday's coming. It's Friday. The earth trembles. The sky grows dark. My King yields his spirit. It's Friday. Hope is lost. Death has won. Sin has conquered. And Satan's just a laughing. It's Friday. Jesus is buried. A soldier stands guard, and a rock is rolled into place. But it's Friday. It is only Friday. Sunday is a-coming.
Hello, my name is Carl White, and I'm from the House of God Church in Jersey City. Today we will be discussing Holy Saturday, also known as Black Saturday, putting an emphasis on the day of reflection and waiting. In Matthew 27:62-66, the Pharisees and priests are discussing with Pilate what Jesus told them on the cross, but they are calling him a deceiver. They discuss the sepulchre, which is a small room cut out of stone or made out of rock, usually where you will find someone who is dead, which will be laid or buried. They believe that his disciples will break in and steal his body to proclaim to the people that he is risen. In these verses, when they're saying make it sure, they're saying make it secure. They don't want anyone going in or out. They placed the stone and set watch for the third day that Jesus said that he will rise. Friday, they took him and they stretched him high and stretched him wide. But Saturday, there was no activity. They thought Jesus really had died. As a young person, we tend not to believe things until we see it. We tend not to believe others or their promises made to us until we see them. For some people, all they have to go by is someone else's word. We're in a broken generation filled with liars and deceivers. There's no trust or belief in anyone. What I'm saying is, there's only a handful of people who truly believe what Jesus said was true. They probably believed Jesus until he said that he would die and rise again. They were probably like, man, Jesus, I believe you until you said that one. That's kind of crazy. One of the most common phrases now in our generation is, I love you. People say I love you to each other and don't really understand the true meaning of that word. When you look back on it and just think about it, Jesus is love itself. He died for us and 3 days later got back up for you and I. We don't deserve anything from him, not his mercy, grace, love, or forgiveness. In order to love someone, you need to learn to love Jesus first. The way I see it, waiting is the action done behind the scenes. The people were waiting for Jesus to return, but they didn't know that something was going on behind the scenes. Jesus went to hell and preached a revival, and then he said, whoever wants to come with me, I'm going out of here with all power in my hand. They were waiting till Sunday. One important thing to remember is that in the waiting, you should never think that the person who told you something, whether it be a promise or something that they said they would do, forgot. Never think that someone will forget about you, and never think that they will go back or forget who they made that promise to, being you. Never think that they forgot. Unfortunately, not everyone is perfect like Jesus, so people do tend to forget and let us down. And I can admit for myself that I've been let down and I've let others down, even though it's never our intentions. But we need to see the faith in the people just like we see and have faith in Jesus. We need to have faith. Be patient, have faith, and stay true to yourself. It may not come when you want it, but it will be there right on time. Thank you.